Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at what needs to happen in order to make your side hustle a success. So, if you have never been to a card reading before, if this is your first time, here's quickly the rundown on how this works. There are 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feel free to either pause the video or take some time and see which deck, which pile is speaking out to you. That could either be through your vision, it could be which one you feel the most drawn to, it could be whatever number speaks the most to you, or you could even try closing your eyes and then when you open them, see which one your eyes are automatically drawn to. Now, once you've picked the pile that you want for your reading, scroll down below to the description box and pick the timestamp for that pile, and we can get started. So I'm going to go ahead and move out of the way these piles, and we will start with group number 1. Okay. Group number 1, this is your reading for how you will be successful with your side hustle, or what needs to happen in order to make your side hustle successful. So we have throat chakra and new beginnings. So clearly this is going to take a lot of communication from you. And then we have a year from now, don't stop. That's a really good sign. Okay. And then we have the magician, High Priestess, Judgment, okay, and the Hermit reversed. So immediately what I'm picking up from this is that you're not new to this game of side hustling, and you've maybe owned whatever this business is or whatever you've been doing now for a while. And I think that it's been working well for you. I think that the only thing that you need to change basically, or actually there's a couple of things that you need to change. So already off the bat, we're seeing a year from now, don't stop, which I take as a really, really good sign, because to me, what that is saying is that the major success, which means that like this side hustle will become your full-time business a year from now. It's going to take more communication and being okay with going it alone. There's definitely some resistance with feeling like you don't have the right answers or that you don't have the knowledge or the wisdom. There needs to be some security within yourself and within, you know, the guidance and what you're offering. Basically, you need to be more reassured in yourself. We have the magician and the High Priestess here, which again are 2 really good signs for manifesting. It's the first and second step out of the 3 steps in order to manifest whatever it is you're trying to manifest in your life. The magician represents your inner thoughts, your inspirations, and putting together the tools that you will need in order to manifest your dreams. And then the High Priestess is the second step, which is putting your thoughts into words. And now the final step is putting those thoughts from words now into action, which I think we're going to see with the Judgment card here. There's going to be a rebirth of your business and a rebirth in the way in which you will act out your business. I think that there's going to be some changes in which you come across to people, especially with the new beginnings and the throat chakra card. I think it's really important for you to be much more open with your audience and get much more honest about who exactly you are and like what exactly you are doing with your life. What I'm getting is that you're an individual who is very passionate about helping other people through your specific side hustle, but the difficulty that you're having right now, like the reason why your business is being blocked, is because your audience isn't finding a way in which to connect with you as an individual. I think that they're just seeing, you know, a channel or a profile that looks like they want to help other people and they want to provide goods and services, but they don't have a reason to connect with you. They don't have a specific reason to feel like you guys are friends. And I think that that's like the biggest thing, the biggest piece of advice that I can give to you, group number one, is having more reassurance in yourself and really showing them, you know, all the ins and outs of your life. Like, what I'm getting from this is this could be like a wellness side hustle, or it could be a side hustle where you're trying to teach others like how to work social media. And, you know, those are really good paths with which to, what am I trying to say? Those are good paths for side hustles. Like, those are very good businesses, but you don't stand out. Like, there's too many other people that are doing the exact same thing that you're doing, and some people are standing out more than you are. And so you really need to get deep down and look at what defines you as a human being, or what defines you as a character. And I think that that's what the Hermit in reverse is trying to tell us, is that you're expressing resistance to, you know, going at it alone, taking guidance from your inner intuition, from your inner self. If you take a closer look at the Hermit here, we have the star, and it's encapsulated within this lantern. And so to me, what that represents with the Hermit is your own intuition, your own guiding light. And I think that that is a big difficulty for you, group number one, is following that and listening to that gut movement. I think that you're someone who has been calculated in the ways in which, you know, you've built your side hustle so far. Like, you've already taken really massive steps. You've taken 2 out of the 3 steps. And I think you have an idea on the direction that you want to move in. You just haven't been putting in that action. And I think that that is fear over, you know, what people are going to think about who you are as an individual, and if people will judge you or not. I mean, I'll tell you right now, that's going to happen no matter what. But you need to do it, because if you don't, then you're just going to continue weeding out everyone from your circle. You do want weed out. You do want to have a very niche, specific group of individuals who want to be in your tribe and who want to be involved. You don't want to appease to everyone, because if you do appease to everyone, then there's no real quality in the type of service that you're providing. Like, especially with the Judgment card, what I'm picking up from this is that, like, there needs to be a rebirth of your business. There needs to be like a complete shift in the way in which you conduct your business, creatively speaking. I would say you need to keep like the schedule and the methods with which you've been going at it. Like, I think that your actual like social media part of it, your actual connectivity part of it is working just fine. Like, you're doing all the right steps, you're applying all the right hashtags, you're doing all of the right marketing. It's just the specific message that you're putting across. And that's your biggest issue. That's your biggest setback right now that's keeping you from finding this success. So I want to ask, like, what specifically you should be sharing in order to be successful. So I am going to pull a clarifier card. Okay, so we have, so we have the Queen of Wands. So this is just someone who's super charismatic, super bubbly, someone who just talks all the time about everything, every single little aspect of their life, which honestly might sound so nuanced and so like boring to you. Like, why would anybody ever want to hear about the minor intricacies of my life? But I promise you, people love these things because what they want is connectivity. They want to feel like they can relate to somebody. They want to feel like they can find a friend in someone online. And you can be that person. You can, represent that friend and also have a successful side hustle. Have a successful side hustle that specifically turns into a full-time business. It's just about upping the charisma, upping your communication skills, especially, again, with the throat chakra. Like the fire, the wands represent communication, the element of fire, sometimes seductivity, sexuality, but also like bringing light to a room, bringing that soul to your atmosphere. And so you need to be that shining light. You need to be that star encapsulated within the lantern that not only guides yourself through your own intuition, but helps others find their own intuition as well, and listening to themselves. I think that that's going to bring you a lot of success, group number 1. Yeah, I think that this is your major roadblock, is actually speaking your words out. Like definitely you've done the work, you've done the actions, you've done, everything that you possibly can. You've done all the research, but it's just about sharing more about who you are, like what makes you so different and unique from the others. And maybe you don't necessarily know what that is, and I think that that's okay, but I think that the first step in doing anything along those lines is to just share everything. And by sharing everything, then you'll find out, who exactly relates to whatever it is that you're sharing. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you don't know what makes you unique, I think that that's okay, because every single aspect about you is unique, and I don't think you need to define that for yourself. Take the opportunity, maybe you can ask other friends, like, what do you think about me is unique that I possess that no one else has? Or ask your family, or just like what I was saying is just take that time to really dive deep with your audience and just share every single aspect, every single high, every single low, and it'll really show through in your engagement with your audience, what they're connecting to and what they're listening to about what you have to share. So there will definitely be success for you, group number 1. Don't stop. You'll see major success, and this will be a full-time business for you a year from now. So keep hustling, keep relishing, keep communicating, and keep having a good time, because if this isn't, that's the whole point. That's the whole point of a side hustle, right? You need to be enjoying yourself, enjoying this time. And if you aren't enjoying yourself, then it's going to show. So that's the advice for you, group 1. Thank you so much for being here today. If you did like this reading, please make sure to hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. And if you specifically like this reading, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And then let me know in the comments below what group you picked and whether or not this reading resonated with you. Okay, so now we're going to move on to group number 2. All right, group number 2, welcome to your reading, answering the question, what will make your side hustle successful? So with today's reading, we have a few cards to go through. So we're first going to start with fertility and choose wisely. Okay, so you are very good at manifestation. You are very good at bringing life things with which, like say you have some kind of a dream or an imagination or a spark or an idea about something. You're very good about bringing it into your reality. That's a really good trait about you, is that you're a strong manifester. Sounds like your issue so far is that you don't have a direct idea on like what to focus on, what specifically to work towards. So with today's reading, we're going to take a look at what exactly you should be focusing on right now so that you can see the most success with your manifestation and really fine tune and focus and like go through with a metal toothed comb, is that the phrase? So that you can see the most success. Meditation brings answers, communicate clearly. Okay. Yes, so in any form of manifestation, it is always crucially important that you pick the right words. So in my experience, I've learned in time, if I say things like I want X, Y, and Z thing to happen. I want, my social media to explode, or I want a good grade on an exam, that kind of a thing. You'll see that the universe will listen to that literally and say, okay, we recognize that you want that. There, boom, it's manifested. You want it. But if you change that phrasing and you say something like, I am a successful influencer, I am successful academically, then the universe will again reflect that into your reality. And I think just naturally that's something that you're very good at. I don't think you never necessarily knew like the ins and outs on specifically why those things work the way that they do. And so that's why I think that's why the cards are saying that meditation will bring you answers, because maybe you do, I think you do have a list of things that you want to work towards, but first of all, you're not necessarily sure on like which one to focus on, like we've talked about with Choose Wisely. And so meditation can help you pick which one is the right one to go with. We're going to still look at the cards anyway, but meditation for sure is going to help you define what it is that you're going to look for, but also it's going to give you like a step-by-step path in which you can follow that will help bring you success within your side hustle. Okay, so let's take a look at these cards. We have Strength in reverse, Five of Pentacles, King of Swords reversed, and Queen of Swords reversed. Interesting. So, okay. So, there's been an issue with, this could be either like your partner, like you could be the Queen of Swords and then you could have a husband or maybe even a father figure or an actual business partner who seems to be in disagreement in like your side hustle. They don't seem to be very fond or think that it's going to be worthwhile. Wow, I'm sorry, group 2, I'm like really thirsty. But so you both are people that are thinking about this logistically, and I think that that is why you're clashing in ideas, is because both of you are seeing perspectives that are correct, but just different. I think that you see success within the side hustle and he necessarily isn't, and that could be causing some resistance between the two of you in your relationship, and that's okay. It does really seem like you've got your guard down as a result, because, or your guard up, like it's taken a drain on your ability and your belief in seeing this through and like sticking to the side hustle in general. Again, you've got the Five of Pentacles, which for me is a reaffirmation that like you feel like you don't have the support that you're looking for. And I think that that's taking a huge toll on, what direction to choose to go in, because you want to make the right choice, right? You want to be as tactical and as logistical as you can possibly be, because you want to show to these people that you are successful in the side hustle. Immediately, my personal advice from this is to stop listening to any and all voices other than your own, because the only reason why they are saying that it's not a good move is probably because they're feeling like it's a waste of time, they're feeling like it's a waste of energy, and I think that they're coming from a place of love when they're saying those things to you. But you are the person at the end of the day who gets to decide, whether or not that you want to take these things, that you want to include these things in your schedule and you want to, make the most of it. So I just did this for group 1. I did probably do this for all the groups, but I want to take a clarifier card on what you need to choose, because we didn't really get that answered just yet. Oh, went back in. have? Okay, heartbreak. We have the Three of Swords. I think you need to stick to your own guns. There may be an issue here between the two of you. I don't think that it's going to end your relationship. I think that it's going to put a huge challenge on the relationship. If it is going to end the relationship, I think it's necessary. I want to pull another card. So Three of Swords, heartbreak. There could just be too many opinions and too many thought processes that are clashing with each other. Yeah, okay, so we got two more cards. We got the Emperor and the King of Cups. So, oh, interesting. There could be another person getting involved. Oh, I think that's what's happening. There's a third person involved in this story. So the person that you're with now is the Emperor, and then there's going to be an offer coming in from another person, a third party, saying, you know, hey, I'd be willing to help you with this, and I think we could really make something out of it. It sounds like you have a decision to make, you know, because this person is very comfortable. The King of Swords is the Emperor. These cards go together. So the King of Swords is very comfortable and set in their ways and isn't seeing this side hustle as a successful method for you to, you know, as a business, basically. They're just not seeing it. And that really does seem to be causing disconnect between the two of you in your relationship. But there is a Knight of Cups, another person who's going to come in and make you an offer. It's not going to be a full plan. It's not going to be like the answer to all of your dreams, but it will be something. And I think you have a decision to make, whether or not to stay with this person or to go with a new plan. It could be that it would be good for your relationship to leave this individual out of the side hustle minutia, out of the details, and allow this person, this Knight of Cups individual, to step in and give you some guidance, give you a fresh perspective. It may benefit you to separate completely from this individual. But we know for certain that you're not feeling at home anymore. You're not feeling like your best. You're not feeling like you're at your most creative state. And that does seem to be harming your business overall. So this is the decision you have to make, group number 2, whether or not to keep this person in your life and to move forward with this, or to not keep this person in your life at all and to move forward with it, or to go at it on your own. Yeah, this seems to be what your decision is. Let me see if I can pull one more card. We're going to do Angel Oracles. Oh, no, that one came out. Okay. Yeah, 10 of Cups reversed, or 10 of Pentacles reversed. So financial success is going to come by breaking down the resistance that you have. So whatever you're afraid of, that's what you need to move towards. If that means you're afraid of ending this relationship, then that's what you need to do. Yeah. All right, group number 2. This was kind of a heavy one. I wasn't expecting that, but I hope that this has given you the guidance that you're looking for. If you did enjoy this reading, please give me a thumbs up on the video, and then also subscribe and hit the notification bell on the channel. And if you could, leave a comment below letting me know what group you chose and whether or not this reading resonated with you. Thank you again. All right, on to group number 3. Group number 3, thank you so much for joining me for today's reading. Today we're going to be answering the question, what do you need to do in order to see your side hustle be successful? So we start with the Psychic Oracle cards. We've got Stand Your Ground and the Waiting Game. That seems pretty darn specific to me. Sounds like you're doing everything absolutely right so far. You just have to keep doing it. You need to keep working on expanding your business, or it's not necessarily that. It's about getting that experience in. It's about getting those hours clocked. It's about, having this time online and it representing expertise, basically. Stand your ground, because it might feel like nobody is supporting you right now, or it might feel like your audience is like stagnant or not participating, but that audience is for sure coming. That side hustle is blossoming very quickly. Big happy changes, the situation will improve. I couldn't have said it better myself. You're doing absolutely everything right. So we have Ace of Cups reversed, 9 of Wands. Ooh, 2 aces. Okay, Ace of Swords and Temperance. So there's definitely some resistance that needs to be released right now. So, someone is trying to offer you something. This could be a new relationship. This could be a new partnership. This could be some insight, some intuitive clarity, something like that. But because it's reversed, there's resistance to it. For some reason, you're saying, no, thank you. You're nervous about it for some reason. And then we also have the Ace of Swords reversed. So the two of these together, I placed it next to Stand Your Ground. So it seems like there's a disconnect between like your gut and your head, between your ego and your id. Like, I think that you're feeling like this is the right move to make, but logistically you're trying to talk yourself out of it. The 9 of Wands, yes, also this is about standing your ground as well. It's about, so the 9 is connected to the Strength card in the tarot, which is about inner strength, strength of will, discipline. It's not necessarily about physical strength. And then the Wands represent communication, the fire energy, seductivity, sometimes sexuality, and you've built a wall basically with these wands. And I think that that's giving you difficulty from letting other people in. Like, you've been so strong and so like stagnant in your ways that yes, you have built a really good system for yourself and you've built a really great foundation. And there will be success if you continue that. But I think that the next step for you is allowing help, is allowing other people to step in and provide some kind of guidance. It doesn't necessarily mean that they need to step in and like take control over the entire side hustle, but just listen out to what they have to say. Listen, hear them out, basically. Temperance card is another patience card. We have the angel with the third eye chakra passing back and forth water between 2 cups. And the crown chakra, in my opinion, this looks like the crown chakra is off in the distance. So there's some kind of disconnect. There's disconnect between like you and your connection to your inner guidance. You have 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the stone. So again, like a balance between like standing your ground and like staying stagnant in your ways, but then also trying to involve flow, movement, some kind of adaptability. So for you, group number 3, you just need to keep going. keep doing exactly what you're doing. The only thing that I would suggest changing is whatever this advice is, just try it out. Give it a test, see how it performs. If you like it, keep it. If you don't like it, move on. I think the whole point, the whole lesson is to just embrace constructive criticism and not be so against, you know, someone speaking badly about your business or speaking like they have some kind of better understanding. These people are only trying to provide you support and, you know, help you be successful. And, you know, even though you do definitely seem like you have everything under control, it doesn't mean that you are not in a position to accept help. So I have been pulling an extra card for the other groups. I'm gonna do that for this one too, just to get further clarification. So let's go ahead and do that. This one. All right, what do we got? Yeah. Community, sisterhood, 3 of Cups, sharing, you know, the good times, sharing the bad times, accepting help. I always think this card is just so beautiful too, because it's about sharing your vulnerabilities with one another and seeing the beauty in that. You know, you see 3 women not clothed, they're completely bare, they're exposed, and yet they're at peace with one another because they are there to help each other, and they're all interconnected in their goals. So listen to your sisterhood, listen to, maybe you have a mentor or a sister or someone who's going at this too, you know, someone who is in the same position that you are. Maybe it's a time to compare notes. Maybe this is a time to share audiences, you know, do some kind of a collaboration with one another. I think that doing that as well as continuing what you're doing is just going to bring you further success. And it's okay to accept help. There's nothing wrong with that. And in my opinion, that's a better way to be more successful than to just kind of stick at this at your own and like do it by yourself. Because the whole point of, in my opinion, I think the whole point of having a side hustle is to create some form of community, right? So if your vibe attracts your tribe, you've already got it, but you seem to be in resistance to that tribe to begin with. So it might do you good to let them in. All right, group number 3. Thank you so much for participating in today's reading. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like this video and then subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you would like to see more readings from me. And if you would be so kind as to please leave me a comment below letting me know what group you picked and whether or not you feel like this reading resonated with you. I would be ever so grateful. And thank you for stopping by. Okay, the last group is group number 4. Okay, group number 4. Welcome to your reading. Today we are going to be answering the question, what do you need or what is needed in order to make your side hustle successful? So let's take a look at the first 2 oracle cards. Solar plexus chakra and emotional withdrawal. So some kind of disconnect with your intuition. Emotional withdrawal, you could be feeling like the business that you're working at right now isn't bringing you the joy that you thought that it would be bringing you. And then your solar plexus chakra, this is the chakra that is below, like at the lower part of your abdomen. And so it is about like your intuition, following your gut. I want to say grounded, but that's not it. I don't know why the solar plexus chakra is just not my chakra that I align with. Maybe that's, it's self-worth. Oh my gosh. It's all about self-worth. Okay. This is so funny to me because I've been getting guidance myself to be working on my solar plexus chakra. And now, of course, like I see it in a reading. I'm like, what is that? What does it want from me? And so, yes, thank you. That is exactly the message that I needed myself, is that I need to work on my solar plexus chakra. So maybe the same thing for you. There's an issue with self-worth going on right now. There's an emotional withdrawal, probably because you're feeling like you're not getting the gratification, the happiness that you thought that you would be getting out of this side hustle. It's no longer the hobby in which you fell in love with. And I think that just means that it's time for the side hustle to be expanded upon. It needs a bit of a makeover. It needs a bit of a revamping, and that's going to come through you working on your own self-worth. I think that you are a type of person that put a lot of faith and a lot of identity in this business, and it seems like it's not reflecting the identity that you thought that you had or that you thought that you were anymore. It could have been in the past, and now it just seems like things have changed, and that's okay. It just means that you're going through a metamorphosis of your own, a transformation of your own, and now it's just time to evolve the business along with you so that you can feel aligned with its purpose again, and you can feel like you are doing the work that you were meant to be doing. So let's take a look at the Angel Oracle cards. You're ready. Be assertive. Yes. Yes. So yes, just reaffirming what I was saying earlier is that your identity is transforming, and it's important that you share that with your audience. It's important that you share that with your customer base, because any business is an outer reflection of our inner selves. Anything that is outside of our bodies, things like our room, our homes, our space, our businesses, like we were saying, it's a reflection of the inside. And so you're ready now to share this transformation that you've gone through and to be assertive with the way in which you implement this change into your business. This could mean changing the mission a little bit. It could mean changing the exact workings in which you do the business. It could mean, a very drastic change, or it could mean very minute, small changes. I think we'll find out that, right here. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so just gonna go down the line here. Knight of Pentacles is an individual who is taking the slow route, is someone who likes to be safe in all aspects of life. They don't really like to take risks. They just like to move along slowly and make small investments here and there and not really do anything drastic. I think that this is representing you, group number 4. I think that you've experienced a bit of separation from your community. This could be the disconnect with you and your audience. I think that, you are ready to take the next step, and I think that your audience is ready for you too as well. It's just you haven't done so yet. I think out of fear. I think out of fear of expressing something within yourself, out of expressing, what really does bring you joy. And no longer making this feel like a chore, but making it feel like, your passion again. It's just finding that passion. And I think that it's going to involve taking a risk. So we've got the Seven of Wands, and this reading, or this card, represents competition. But because it's in the reverse, I think that this is showing that the competition is false competition. I think that you seem to be believing that maybe you're losing your community to other competitors, other people that work within the same field as you, or people that share the same type of side hustle as you. I think that that is all in your head, and I think that it's also due to the fact that you're not communicating yourself to your fullest extent. You're being too safe. Your Nine of Cups, the Wish card, is in reverse. So it's within grasp. Your success with your business is within grasp. You don't have to give up this business. You don't have to walk away from it. It's entirely possible for you to regain the success that you've seen with it before. But now it's going through an evolution, and it's going to take some risks. I think the exact steps or the exact things that you think that you would like to do next, and it's just now realizing that it's time. You're ready. You can do this. You have to be very assertive. There is no such thing as this competition that you think is existing, and even if there is competition, that's okay. What I'm trying to say is that, like I was telling group one, is that it's really important to have a specific niche. And I think you know that already because you've been at this for so long, that you've almost forgotten, like you're trying to appease everybody. You're trying to take the safest route. You're trying to keep that community. But in reality, you want to be weeding out the people that don't align with who you are as an individual exactly. You want to be attracting a tribe that works with you, who you are as an individual. And so I think you just need to do it. You just need to jump off that cliff and go for it. I'm going to go ahead and pull one more clarifying card because I've been doing so for the other groups. So let's see what we got. One more. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles. Being secure and independent with yourself. You don't need to rely on the help of others. You're completely capable of being successful on your own. And it's about embracing every single aspect of you. You can see here in this picture that she has claws for feet. She seems to be some kind of a bird in humanoid form. But she's secure in her own power, and she's secure, with who she is. And she's successful because of that, financially speaking. She doesn't need the financial assistance of others. She's not relying on anybody for help. She's got this, and she is sure in her ways, and she is assertive when she needs to be. So that is the message for you, group number 4. You're ready. Be assertive. There's no such thing as competition. Just be yourself. Your wishes will come true, and embrace the community that you do have, and let the others go. There's something that's better fitted for them, and there's something that's a better fit for you. No more with this safety game. It's time to take a risk. It's time to see what your self-worth is, and it's time to find that happiness, find that joy again with this side hustle, because you deserve it. Okay. Thank you so much, group number 4. This was a really interesting reading. Thank you for allowing me to do it for you. If you did enjoy this reading, please make sure to like this video. And then if you would like to see more from me, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. And then please leave me a comment below letting me know what group you picked and whether or not you feel like the reading resonated with you. Also, if you have any suggestions on readings that you would like to see from me in the future, be sure to let me know. Thank you so much, group 4, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.